For Michigan's aging population, spinal issues like arthritis and chronic back pain are more than discomfort. They are barriers to independence, activity, and quality of life. And while World Spine Day was last week, we know how important it is to continue the conversation. That's why we have Dr. David Rzeszutko, Vice President of Medical and Clinical Operations at Priority Health, here to talk about how people can take control of their spinal health. Thank you for being here with us. I'm sitting up extra straight today for this interview, okay? My posture is good.
Absolutely, that's a good start.
Yeah, just expand more on why this conversation is so important on spinal health.
Yeah, it's just a really good opportunity to kind of think about the spine as it relates to our overall good general health care. So as we get a little older, we think about just staying mobile and potentially keeping ourselves active and preventing some of those falls that could end up leading to more downstream problems like, emergency department visits and hospitalization.
Yeah. What are some of the most common spine-related issues you see in older adults?
Yeah, so we think about just mechanical stresses on the spine, that proverbial low back pain. That can be a pain generator from just weak ligaments, weak muscles, weak bones, etc. Osteopenia and osteoporosis, spinal compression fracture, that can happen just almost de novo, doesn't even need a fall to happen. But there are some other more concerning conditions like cancer of the spine or even spinal infections that we worry about clinically.
So what can people do to protect their spine?
Yeah, so we mentioned it at the outset. Think about our posture. We want to be sitting up straight, keeping kind of a flat spine. When we are at our workstations, etc., keeping kind of legs bent at 90 degrees, keep our feet flat on the floor. Staying active, being just physically active, and it doesn't mean that we need to be out, running miles and miles, just simple walking and making sure that we're aware of our ergonomics and posture.
I think everyone, though, can really understand the troubles of back pain, though, all ages.
It's a very common clinical condition, and it's actually in the top 10 reasons that people will present to a primary care doctor is pain of some sort. And almost all adults at some point will experience some type of low back pain that could be chronic or debilitating. So it's a very, very common condition. Great thing to talk about.
And do you have any spine health tips that are important for teens and children, right?
Yeah, so all of those same things that we're talking about with adults, lifting properly, keeping a flat back, lifting with our legs, not with our back bent over. A lot of children and teens are now spending a lot of time in front of computers, as are adults, right? And so the slouching and the slumping, we used to say keep, upright and keep a flat back. All of those same health tips for kids do translate. The same things that we're telling adults translate to children.
And we were talking earlier, you have some interesting facts about the human spine.
Yeah, so the spine actually, as we were talking, is not actually flat. It's not actually a straight line. There are a number of curvatures. There's a lumbar lordosis, and that's kind of an inward curve, and then you kind of have the mid-back, and that's kind of a thoracic curve, and then the neck area has a similar curvature, similar to what the lumbar spine is. And all of those carry the axial load of the body, which allows us to propel and gives us stability and locomotion. And when we are doing things to either help or hinder, that's when we end up with back pain syndrome. So if we start carrying a little extra weight, think about carrying a 10-pound bowling ball here, right? That can accentuate that lumbar lordosis, and it can create too much tension on the spine itself, on the ligaments, bones, tendons, and discs, and that can be a pain generator.
Any tips for people who may be watching right now or dealing with some back pain?
Yeah, so first thing I would say is if you're concerned enough, please seek care, because there's great care out there, and it can be something relatively simple. It doesn't mean that all back pain needs surgeries, etc. So again, don't suffer in silence. Please bring it to someone's attention. And then little simple incremental type things, making sure that you're stretching, making sure that you're watching your good nutrition, making sure you're not a smoker, because smoking can really significantly contribute adversely to good spine health. And then again, talk with your doctor if you've got questions.
Cool. Anything else that you want to share that I missed, Dr. Rzeszutko?
Yeah, so as far as seniors and thinking about kind of advanced aging, Priority Health has a lot of really good wellness options that talk about spine health and other health-related items. And we are in open enrollment right now. So it's our open enrollment season that you can actually choose your plan for next year. And that runs through that runs through the 7th of next month.
As always, thank you so much for being here with us. Appreciate it.